the best risk to reward ratio does not exist. And I know that probably sounds wrong because you've probably been told you should always aim for 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 risk reward. But that advice is one of the biggest myths in trading. And today I want to prove that with actual math behind it. So you probably heard people say like, yeah, like aim for this huge rewards, leave a runner, aim for 1 to 4, 1 to 5. And sure, that sounds great on paper, but you're going to be wrong a lot of the times if you aim for that much reward. Like if you aim for a 1 to 3, you're probably going to be wrong 70% of the time. It is just unrealistic to aim for a 1 to 3 every trade and hope for like a 50% win rate. That would be the most profitable, insane strategy in the world. So the more reward you aim for, the higher RR, the more you'll encounter losses. And that affects you financially and also mentally. And you'll get a lot of lose streaks, which can cause you to just mess everything up and self-sabotage yourself by changing your process, changing your strategy, before you even allow the edge to play out. So here's a little table that shows the different risk-reward ratios and how they play out and who they are best suited for. So we'll start with 1-to-1. With a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio, you need to win 50% of your trades to go break even, right? Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to understand. If you lose one and then you win one, then you break even. This has its own advantages. One is that the equity curve, so the curve of your money going up and down, is very smooth. You're not going to have these like huge spikes and then huge spikes down. It will just, if you have a profitable strategy, it should just gradually go up pretty smoothly. So it's also good for people who don't like losing a lot, because obviously with a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio, you'll have a higher win rate. Like having a 70% win rate on a 1-to-1 RR strategy is not too unrealistic. I think that's quite realistic. And so this is better suited for people whose psychology cannot handle many losses, cannot handle big losing streaks. Again, there is no right or wrong, but if you are someone that fits into that category, then a 1-to-1 could be good for you. Next is we'll go to the 1-to-2. So the 1-to-2 is what I practice. It's what I teach. It's what we trade in the Virgin Week theory, although some people trade Virgin Week theory without 1-to-2. I personally like it because you only need to win 1 in every 3 trades to break even. So I like it because I could have a loss and I'm like, okay, I had a loss, and then I could have another loss and I'm like, okay, all I need is 1 win and then I'm back to break even. That suits my psychology. I feel like you're not aiming for too much, you're not asking for too much from one singular trade, and the win rate is still enough where you're not going to get crazy lose streaks. And another advantage is it allows me to implement a break-even protocol, meaning when I get to halfway to my take profit, so 1R in profit, I can move my stop to break even, and that also suits my psychology as well. So that's what I like and it's what I teach, but there is no right or wrong. So a nice middle ground between the 1-to-1 and the 1-to-2 is the 1.5. And one of the most successful traders in our community, ex-MBTO, he really likes 1.5. And I know a lot of other traders like 1.5. It's that nice middle ground between 1-to-1 and 1-to-2. You only need a 40% win rate to break even, and you have a pretty smooth equity curve, so not too many big dips, not too many crazy winning streaks, not many too crazy losing streaks. So that's a pretty nice balance that you could consider. And then if we go even further, 1-to-3, 1-to-5, I would say these are for more advanced, experienced traders that have strong conviction in their strategies, that they know their strategies work, and they are willing and able to stomach huge losing streaks. Because let's say you're aiming for 1-to-5 every trade. You'll realistically probably win 1 in every 6 trade. And most people just do not have the psychology to handle that many losses before seeing a win. So I do not recommend this, but mathematically, they are all exactly the same in the long term. It's just about managing your emotions on a trade-by-trade basis or a day-by-day basis. So yeah, there is no right or wrong, but I think for beginner, newish traders, going for a lower RR is better. Maybe 1.5 or even 2 max. Leave these for the big boys. Yeah, here's a nice visual representation of what they might look like. As you can see with the 1-to-1, it is a very smooth equity curve because you are getting consistent wins, not too many losing streaks, so the variance is very low. Yeah, variance is a big thing because prop firms, which most of us trade, actually reward lower variance. You know, prop firms have things like minimum winning trading days, consistency rules, and all of these are favorable conditions for lower variance strategies. Which is why if you're trading prop firms, I think lower RR strategies like 1-to-1, 1-to-1.5 or 1-to-2 are the best. And then yeah, you get to 1.5, it's a bit more jagged, but still pretty steady. And then 1-to-2, it's a bit more variance, but still moderate and yeah, decent growth speed. But then if you get to 1-to-3, it's like, you know, you'll have these massive dips and then you might cop some wins. So there's more potential, but then there's also more potential for losing streaks. So it's a very high variance and not ideal for trading prop firms because even if you have a few 1-to-3 winning trades, that's going to mess up your consistency. So for prop firms, it's not great. But yeah, like I always stress, there is no right or wrong. Choose based on your own psychology, not what I'm telling you, not what some guru is shilling. If you are someone that values consistency, you don't want to see too many losing streaks. If you find yourself very anxious in trades, you're like fidgeting around, like always moving your stop loss and your take profit, and your heart's beating really fast, then maybe a lower risk-reward ratio is better for you. So you can just be in and out really quickly, and you don't have too much emotional weight weighing on one singular trade. So for those kind of people, and oh yeah, and another one is if you don't have much conviction in your strategy, if you don't have the belief, but it all ties together. If you are that type of person, then yeah, 1-to-1 or 1-to-2, absolute max. Do not go for a higher risk reward. But if you are like super advanced, you've been training for like decades, you know your strategy in and out, you know its exact stats, you know you can have losing streaks and winning streaks, but you still trust it, then you can go for a bigger risk reward ratio. And ideally you have enough capital and you're trading a personal account and you can survive extended losing streaks and that's totally fine. Then you could go for 1-to-3, 1-to-4, 1-to-5. But yeah, the main thing is just pick one. There is no right or wrong. They all mathematically equal the same expectancy. Usually, all things considered equal. But just pick one based on your psychology, what you can handle, how many losers you can handle, and then just stick to it. Don't try and go, oh, this one looks good, I'm going to go for a runner, or this one looks bad, so I'm going to go 1-to-1. Just pick one, stick to it, let the data play out, let the edge play out, and allow yourself to build confidence in that strategy, and good things will happen. But yeah, personally, I like 1-to-2 because with a 1-to-2, I only need to win 1 in every 3 trades. And I don't know, that just sits nicely in my brain. It makes me okay with losing trades because I know, oh, I only need to win 1 and that will cover 2 losses. And with a 50 to 60% win rate, sure, you might have some lose streaks, but it's a high enough win rate that you're not going to see too many consecutive losses in a row. Even though statistically it's still possible. That just sits right with me. But yeah, again, there is no best. You just pick one that fits your strategy, your psychology, where you are in your trading career, and stick to it. And then let it play out, see what happens. Yeah, hope you learned something from that one. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I will see you next time.